Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown LA at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and our home team. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go, set, 15, line it, 15 line. 6-6, pull it high.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And an alley to run. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there on the first play of the game. 45 yards. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. On second down, it's Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On 3rd down, it's Stick sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 14 carries, 66 yards.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards there and a Niner first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. A check on Breida's numbers from last week. 14 carries, 82 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 38-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
From the red zone now, Smith. He's got Fuller. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Stick looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dante Fowler picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Topper! Ready?
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
From just shy of midfield, Smith. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. On 1st down, here's Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, fellas.
Melvin Gordon and the Chargers ready for their next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Stick back to pass. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. This is taken at the 15. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Smith. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end. And that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On first down, it's Smith. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Double time.
Here's Smith. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Come on, set, 50, plant. 49. Nice, sweetheart. 49, guys. Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you.
Smith now, going to throw again. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. So we have reached half. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Smith on first down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Breida. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Smith. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
They run with Breida. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They run again with Breida. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever.
On the ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Now Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more than he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Down. 18 Gator.
Come on, D.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And Tucson. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now it's Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
60 yards.
Throwing on second down. Smith. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
30 base.
From the 29, Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, Charlie!
Get in the weight room! Get in the weight room! Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Check tight end, check.
Big grip, big grip.
On 2nd and 9, Smith to the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Stick looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be set. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but now it's 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert it and give them another 6? It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dante Fowler, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And all the way down to the 42. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Quan Alexander has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now, Smith. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.